Alrighty, how's it going, guys? So I haven't been on in a few days. Been working, sleeping, and had to come up to Little Rock for my grandmother's surgery, getting a stent in her leg, whatever. I'll tell you what, I got the worst luck in the entire world when it comes to a person. I swear it. I promise you, I do. Okay, and I got receipts to prove it. We'll start with the last couple of days, and then I'll give you kind of like a quick breakdown of the big highlights of my life to kind of prove where all my bad luck has happened. So, where was I? Thursday night and Friday, we went and got a hotel. It was dirty. It was crappy. Had burn marks on the tub. And it was just a bunch of homeless people lying around on the ground outside, roaches running around. It was just horrible. It was disgusting. So when I was waiting for my deposit, I complained and told them about how crappy the place was and stuff, and the lady wanted to give me attitude, and I was like, look, lady, I just want my money and go, okay? I don't want to come back here. This has just been a bad experience. So after a few minutes of waiting outside, this lady decides to have an attitude and tell me I'm banned from the hotel permanently. Okay, that's cool. Nothing new in my life, trust me. I've been banned from OK Foods. I've been banned from Walmart before. I can go back there now. I've been banned from a lot of jobs. Mostly because I tell them where to shove it after they treat me like crap. I have this real problem with a filter. I don't have one. So I say shit I think just naturally. But anyways. And then so I get out of there and I rebook another hotel because I still have to wait on my grandmother. At a nicer hotel. I book it through Priceline. Priceline's supposed to let you know whether there's cash deposits or not, and you know, the whole shebang. That's part of their contracts and all of that. So I paid for it all up in front. Got to the hotel to check in, and I'm told that I have to have a cash deposit of $100, which I had $75. Okay, wasn't expecting to have to throw $100 as a deposit down. Like I said, they're supposed to let you know this kind of stuff ahead of time. So I had to deal with that. Priceline didn't want to cancel even though they broke the contract because they didn't bother to let me know that there was a cash deposit. So luckily, by the grace of God, my mother was able to help and front the money for the deposit. And then, let's see here. So I'm in the hotel. It's a nice room. I'm feeling better about the situation. Things are getting better. Then I got to deal with my grandma's crap. Okay, my grandma gets out of surgery. After 7 hours of her being out of surgery, she had to lay down for 4 of it. Okay, they were supposed to have a room ready for her and everything within that 4 hours. 4 hours after that, so 8 hours into her after her surgery, it's now 21 hours that she has gone without eating. She's diabetic, and these fuckers didn't have her a room and give her any food. So I had to call and complain and bitch at a whole bunch of people just to get her a room finally so she could get some food. Because I'm like, look, she's a diabetic. If she don't eat, she will die. Okay? Facts. And I was like, I swear to God, if my last grandparent dies, I'm suing the living fucking shit out of y'all. Like, I will. I'm not even fucking around. So, within 20 minutes, they had her a room magically. I don't know. Then, I'm feeling better about the situation. Got my grandma taken care of. Ready to pick her up today. Wake up today. And find bites all over my fucking back. So, I'm guessing this hotel has bed bugs in it at the moment. I'm not saying that the hotel's name or putting them on blast just because I'm going to give them the option of a couple days of trying to make it right before I start blasting them on all over social media. Because, you know, shit happens. You don't know who stays in your hotels. And you can get some nasty motherfuckers, or you can get some motherfuckers that got some bed bugs and they don't even know they got bed bugs. And they don't even gotta be nasty people. They could be rich people and not even know that they have it. Or they could have bought something that had it and then now they're stuck with it and don't even realize. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many things. I'm not going to say that they're a shitty hotel because they're really pretty. They're pretty decent. I mean, They weren't the fanciest thing in the world, but they're pretty decent. You know? So, that's pretty much like how it's been so far. I still don't know what's going on with my grandmother or when she's getting out. I'm supposed to go to work tonight, so I got about 12 hours before I have to be at work. Hopefully she'll be out soon. Oh snap, I just dropped my phone. So sorry. Ooh, that's going to be funny on the video. So sorry, I dropped my phone. Slipped right out my hands. So, now for the receipts of why I have the worst luck in the world. From, I don't know, I think it was like within a couple of days to a week of me being born, my mom trips over a sticking part up of a floorboard and drops me down the stairs twice. Hit my head down all the way down the stairs and hit my head on the wall. Still alive, so, you know, worst luck, good luck is kind of one of those things. You know? Then when we're also babies, my mom plops on the bed and knocks us all off. Okay? Then, as I get older, I'm like, there was a time where I was riding a bicycle and my mom tried to fix the tire and the tire came flying off and I busted my freaking elbow. There was a time I stayed at my grandparents and either flipped my bike doing something or got hit. I don't really remember. I still have amnesia from it, but I broke both my arms at the same time. Okay. Also, when I was in Germany, I got my ass whooped by a whole bunch of people because my brother got mad and was running his mouth and telling them about shit I was saying I wasn't saying. So I ended up with some cracked ribs. Then I was running to the bus in New York, slipped on some black ice, busted my freaking head, and got this other bump here. That's why my head kind of looks like it's got horns if you look at it just right. And so, yeah. And then when I was, you know, becoming a younger teenager, I was riding a Fuller, ran my head into a fucking tree doing about 45 miles an hour, walked away from it, so that's super good luck. The bad luck was running into the tree and, you know, busting my head up in that bitch. Like, I straight headbutted that tree. Like, there was like that much of a dent in the tree, and my head was all scratched up and shit, but luckily didn't have a concussion. Let's see here, when I was 17 years old, I had just joined the National Guard, got into a vehicle wreck, and was almost put in prison for vehicular manslaughter when it wasn't my fault. It was a cop that actually caused the wreck. I went to Kansas to visit a friend and ended up watching a lady run down the road yelling for help but naked, and her claiming she was raped and they were trying to chase her down and kill her. So I had to deal with that. Then I watched somebody hit a light pole, so I had to deal with that. Then I got subpoenaed back to Kansas 3 years later, so I had to deal with that. I've had my wife, one of my previous wives, leave me about 6 different times, each time stealing my money and taking off and getting her own place while I'm working. Let's see here. What else can I think of that happened? Man, just so much. Oh, yeah. When I was in Iraq, freaking a diesel tanker, crashed into another diesel tanker and started exploding because they were mostly empty. So the fumes were extremely flammable and shut off the shock wave to it was so strong that it shut our Humvee off. So we had to run like 2 miles up to the nearest vehicle before we realized that's what was going on. At first, we thought it was like an RPG that shot the vehicles because we see a bunch of Iraqis and Jordanians running past us before we got out the vehicle, and they're going, RPG, RPG. So that's what we thought happened. But apparently they crashed into each other because the yard rats were being assholes and left them all awake during the day and wouldn't let them sleep. Bunch of fucking pricks. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I was staying on Fort Chaffee one time, and all I did was work, eat MREs, and play my PlayStation with my fucking sergeant in the barracks. And some dude goes to the command sergeant major because he didn't like my sergeant and told him we were getting drunk, pulling people out of their vehicles at the stop sign and beating them up with beer bottles. Well, one, I'm a tiny guy compared to most other military guys, so that's not happening. Secondly, when I did drink, I'd get so drunk I'd just pass out. Okay, I don't go do stupid shit when I get drunk. I pass out. the dumbest thing I've done being drunk, other than trying to kill myself and a big fit of depression, was call my exes crying drunk because I'm a dumbass. But never have I ever, I'm not violent to where I just start attacking people, especially if I'm fucked up on something. Nah, I'm a kind of relaxing kind of guy when I'm fucked up. I don't do that stupid shit. And I haven't been fucked up in a long time, but this was a long time ago that they said that. And yeah, I was drinking back then, I ain't gonna lie. But sure as fuck wasn't leaving the barracks because I wasn't about to go to jail over that stupid shit. Sure as fuck wasn't. No, sir. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Me and my friend Arthur went to go visit a girlfriend at the time's at her friend's house, and we went to the wrong house, and this drunk guy pulled out a shotgun and started shooting at us, so we had to take off. Man, there's so much shit. I'm sure there's a lot more than just those I can think of. That's just like the highlighted stuff. And that was all before I was even 21. Which I turned 21 in Iraq. So, yeah. That's kind of crazy. Most of that, yeah, I think so. The Kansas part, that was a little bit after I was 21, but not much. I've had 2 wives leave me because of mental issues from Iraq and shit. I just, I'm a little bit much to deal with, as you can see in my videos most of the time. When I get excited. What can I say? So, yeah. Yep. I probably could write a book on a book of my life, and it'd probably be a fun read for somebody, I'm sure. They'd either laugh, cry, or all of the above. Like, I don't know. Don't know, man. The shit that I've been through. And that's not the first. I've been shot at multiple times, but that was, like, to me, the biggest thing that stuck out to me when it comes to being shot at the wrestling was kind of like, I've had people point guns at me and shit too, and I'm just like, you better pull the trigger and kill me, because if you pull the trigger and I'm not dead, I'm gonna kill you. So you better kill me. But they don't ever pull the trigger. Of course, as you can tell, I'm still here. Oh, my eyes going crooked. Man, I'm telling you what, just got the worst luck. If there's a job I can get fired at for whatever bullshit you could think of, I'd probably be fired from it. Like, I just got done working at Pepper Source, and them motherfuckers fired me because I walked out the building with a hairnet on, okay? First of all, the hairnet don't mean shit if you're clocked out, because you're not going back in the building, and that's really all they care about. They don't want you going out with a hairnet and then going back in the building. But I was done for the day, so I wasn't getting out. And this fucking asshole was like, you gotta take off your hairnet, And I was telling him, I was like, you worry about you, I'll worry about me. If I go back in the building and I have a hairnet on, then you have every right to get me fired. But I didn't go back in the building, got my van and left. Fucking 10 minutes later, I get a call from direct staffing saying I was fired. And I don't know what the fuck I did wrong. I was a good worker. They loved me. Hell, there was one time I got fired through tech while I was working at Wall Logistics because there was a dude on the phone with the tech lady asking about all of our checks that we were waiting on. And the lady that was talking to a different guy heard me in the background tell another guy, not the guy that was on the phone, but a whole different guy, that, man, I just want my fucking check so I can go ahead and pay my bills before I gotta come into work. That's all I said. That's literally all I said. And because I said the F word, that bitch hunted me down, okay? Waited. I don't know why the guy snitched on me, because he didn't say shit when I was around him, because he knew I would whoop his ass. But I left to go get my wife for her lunch break, and next thing I know, I'm getting a call from fucking tech saying, thank you for calling us and telling on yourself that you were the one that cussed, and you're permanently banned through tech now for life. Like, for one, who in their right fucking mind would tell on themselves? Not me. Sorry. Got the wrong motherfucker. Secondly, you got no proof that I was the one doing the cussing. As far as you know, that's hearsay. I didn't tell you nothing. And I still got banned and fired. Like, I don't know. And then I got fired from Walmart one time because I was trying to get an accommodation because the lady was messing with my PTSD real bad. The store manager, she was always just riding my ass for no reason. I always do my job. Always. I'm never a lazy employee. Never. I do my fucking job. I'm proud to do my fucking job. Usually. But this lady would just be a bitch to me all the time. So I went and filed for an accommodation considering she was flaring up my PTSD. I showed her the paperwork stating the mental issues I am dealing with and stuff like this. And she looks me directly in the face and says, "You're a liar." My first reaction probably wasn't the best reaction, but it was my natural reaction. And it was, "Bitch, what?" You don't call me a fucking liar, okay? There's only two types of people I lie to in this motherfucking world, and that might be the cops and the fucking judge. I ain't lying to nobody else, okay? I'm gonna tell everybody exactly what the fuck I think and what the fuck I feel. And most of the time, I tell the cops the fucking truth. Most of the time, I tell the cops the fucking truth because they don't like to hear the truth when I tell them to go fuck themselves, okay? Because I've been arrested for some bullshit before. Trust me. And I'm not afraid to tell a motherfucker to go fuck himself. I'll tell anybody. I don't give a fuck. You treat me like shit. You disrespect me when I've not done anything to you. First thing out my motherfucking mouth is go fuck yourself. Or, "Bitch, what?" Especially when you call me a fucking liar. Especially when I have the physical proof in your face showing you what the fuck is up. So yeah, that was my reaction. So she fired me. And I told her I want my check then. And she said, "You can leave." And I said, "Not without my check." And she told the manager to kick me out. And the manager said, "Why? He didn't do nothing wrong. You literally called him a liar when he showed you the proof of what he was saying." And so she called the cops and had me kicked out and banned. You know, so whatever. There's that. I mean, if I sat here and really thought about it, I could come up with all kinds of shit more that I've gone through that I just have the worst luck ever on. And this ain't necessarily to complain. Like, it is a curse, but at the same time, it's kind of a blessing because every time the worst luck happens to me, the best luck also happens. So, no matter what happens, I always prevail. In the end, I may not be rich or powerful or anything like that, but I always make it out clear and clean for the most part. You know, sometimes I'll get scathed or scratches or whatever, but I survive shit that most people die from. Did I mention the wreck I was in? That fucking thing was horrible, okay? I went through the front window sealed and the side window sealed and still brought myself inside the vehicle and still survived without anything but a couple scratches. And that fucking thing spun around and rolled like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, easy. At least. So yeah. I mean, so in a way, this is also me kind of saying thank you to God. I mean, because honestly, I don't know if it's the devil trying to knock me down and then God's coming and picking me back up, or if it's God knocking me down to show me that he can pick me up. To show me that I need to just let go and stop trying to control my outcomes and to just know that he's got my back no matter what. Which I know he's got my back. But I feel like a piece of shit when I sit there and just be like, "Oh, well, he's got my back. I ain't got to do nothing." Like, I still feel like an adult. Like, I should still be doing some kind of control in my life, at least. You know? So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I mean, I gotta thank God. You know, I don't know what you are, who you are, what you look like, or anything like that. But I know you're there, and I know that you've helped me out of some stuff that I should have never made it out of that wreck. That fucking front end of that truck came all the way up into where my knees were. It was all the way up to the seat. So tell me how I still have both my legs. See, both my legs. Whoop, whoop. And it came all the way up here. Like, anybody know that? I walked away from it without any scratches. Like, I had a few scratches, but nothing broken or nothing. I had a scare that I might have had a broken vertebrae in my neck because of the shit that people were talking, but after all the x-rays and shit, there wasn't nothing wrong. You know? I should have died when I was dropped on my head as a baby down the stairs twice. You know? Most children would have died from that. The fucking hitting the tree, I should have died from that. You know? There's lots of stuff I should have died from, and by the grace of God, I'm still here. Somehow. Some way, fashion, or form. And you can't tell me it's a coincidence, because it's happened so many times in my life. You can't call it a coincidence. You just can't. It's just, you can't. God's out there. God has helped me more than I could count. And like I said, I don't know if my worst luck is because he's doing it to teach me a lesson, to show me that I need to chill out, or if it's the devil trying to knock me down, and they're battling back and forth over whose soul's getting what, or where the soul's going to end up, you know. But anyways, that's just me. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel. You don't believe in God, you don't have to. I don't. Sorry. I'm not the motherfucker to force you to believe anything. If you don't want to believe in God and you believe there's nothing after this, whatever. You do you, boo. I don't give a fuck. Just like I told my mom. If fucking a person wants to have a fucking baby, and right up till the fucking minute that they're about to have that baby, they decide to have a fucking abortion and kill that motherfucker, whatever. Yeah, it sounds fucked, but honestly, like I told my mom, we don't have the right to judge. We don't have the right to tell anybody what to do with their lives. So whether I agree or disagree, whether I think they're the shittiest person in the planet for what they did, it's not my fucking problem. It's not my business, and it's not my place to tell them the way they should live. That's between them and God. Just my opinion. But this is going in at 22 minutes. Oh, wow. I better shut up. Alright, y'all be good. Deuces, comment, talk to me. You know, I got 13 subscribers, so I appreciate y'all. That's awesome. I didn't think I would even get that many. If I get more, that'd be cool too. But I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, y'all 13, talk to me, you know. Tell me what you guys think. You guys like my videos, like the advice I give, or the thoughts that I have, or am I just a crazy psycho white dude and you need to shut the fuck up? I can handle that too. It's whatever. I don't care. I'll probably still make videos just because it makes me feel better. But yeah. Alright, deuces, guys. Stay American. Be proud to be American. And let's try to get along with people we disagree with. Because just remember, not everybody agrees with you. And they get along with you. So we could do the same thing with them. You know? Stop attacking each other and stop being violent. Maybe we can avoid the civil war that we're going into. Oh well.